guys, it's the History Nerd, and we are back with another exciting episode of Order of Battle Pacific Japan. Where we last left off, we took the Port Moresby, but we're working on crippling the U.S. carrier or air strength, and I'm going to be honest with you, it's not going as swimmingly as I would have liked. We've sunk one aircraft carrier, but that's not enough to cripple, that's just enough to annoy. So in the next few turns, basically, we're trying to get as many carriers sunk as we possibly can. And yeah, it's not going as well as it should be. I'll admit to that. Anyway, we're getting all our planes back because it's time to refuel these puppies. And as you can see, things are not necessarily going all that well over here in the east. Which does suck. I'm gonna pull my ships back. Because I don't think they've got much of a chance against those guys alone. And we've got another little squadron of ships here I can pull in to assist. And let's just make sure... Oh, we can still fire at those guys, but that is not necessarily a good idea. Yeah, we'll just leave it like that. This one cruiser doing some flanking operations down there. I love it. Okay, so who have we got left to move? With you being at 4 strength, and not one of my own, I don't think. Right? Oh no, you are one of my own. It's a good thing I looked at that. We will spend the money to get you repaired. No, well, you're there, so we can... Well, we don't necessarily need fighter aircraft at the moment, although we will put some more out in the sky, because that'll be a good thing. In case any more you know, aircraft of the Americans come by, we can shoot it down in the next few turns. That's it. Next turn. Oh, just as I was about to mock them for missing all of their shots, they stopped missing shots. Where is this other fighter squadron we'll get? To pull down there, and then we can just start landing these guys for repairs. Oops. Let's land correctly here. Come on. There we go, so that's everybody refueling. And now we're kind of pivoting around here. Get you in range. Okay. Well, we're getting in range of that supply ship, which is exciting. That should be a little bit of a cripple to the American forces, no matter how you want to slice it. All right, that is... I mean, it's a bit dangerous to have your carriers so close to the enemy, but I do think that that is a kind of the situation we're in now, is we don't have much of a choice. Let's get you to land, and we'll refuel you, and that's it for that. I'm not sure how that ship repaired itself. But it did. Alright, well let's get you in there and... Can we get you in close? Oh, come on. You don't have any anti-aircraft abilities here? Well, that's not good. I'm betting that's a carrier. You don't have any anti-aircraft abilities either. Shoot. Okay, well, we'll sink you. Oh, I should have moved him. Should have moved that guy. You do have torpedoes. So let's loose a couple of those. Alright. Send our bomber down. And what else have we got going on here? You're in range, huh? I don't think that that shot's going to actually work out quite the way you're suggesting it will. Really? We're that close and it's still 0 damage? Come on. We'll just put those guys to... Oh, wait, you're a fighter? You're my fighter, too. Okay, well, we don't... We'll just leave that. We might want to get the torpedo bomber in the air, but, I mean, it's ultimately pointless. So, next turn... It's fine, just keep destroying my non-core units, and we'll be just fine. We'll give it... it's going to take both of these squadrons to shoot that guy down. I was hoping that would be enough. It would be like, yeah, you sunk enough aircraft. There's another carrier, but it's a little too late for this mission, I think. I mean, we're certainly have a good show of force here of like, hey, you're not getting the port. It's ours, jerks. I mean, really, I think that's all we can do. A blunted sword. Reconnaissance has revealed the enemy carriers are retreating from the Coral Sea. The crippling losses sustained by their airstrike groups must have made further operations impossible. What? The crippling losses sustained by the airstrike groups must have made further operations impossible. Victory! Port Moresby has been taken and a significant blow has been dealt to the enemy carrier groups that eluded us during the strike on Pearl Harbor. Continue. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit surprised that that actually was a victory for our side. I was fully expecting that to be a failure, but hey, I guess we crippled enough of the forces and it just took the end of the turn for that to pop up and say, yeah, you definitely won it. Anyway, looks like we're heading on into Midway. Imperial headquarters have set up a major operation against the Midway Islands. The plan is to lure the enemy carrier fleet, allowing us to crush this eluding force once and for all. Let's go ahead and start the selected scenario. Now, it's been a while since I checked up on this game on the forums, but I remember at one point there being a bug with Operation Midway, which I will discuss once we've gone through the briefing. The combined fleet has gathered all its available strength to finish the job it failed to do at Pearl Harbor, the destruction of the American carrier forces. By attacking the Midway Islands, we expect to lure the enemy out to defend this vital outpost located to the extreme west of Pearl Harbor. Strike forces are already underway to destroy the island's airfields and facilities. In the meantime, the main invasion force will move in from the south. These units are tasked to capture Midway when the defense there have been sufficiently weakened. Our carrier fleets and heavy surface forces must be deployed to intercept and destroy whatever elements of the U.S. fleet may come to Midway's defense. There will be a decisive moment in the war. Failure is not an option. This will. Alright, capture Midway Island, route or destroy the enemy fleet. The secondary objectives: destroy all enemy carriers, destroy 10 other warships, do not lose any cruisers or battleships, and destroy the air base facilities in 5 turns. While all carriers safely retired from the attack on Pearl Harbor, a number of cruisers and destroyers were caught by the enemy counterattack and will not take part in the operation today. Well, that's a little frustrating. I think that may have been one of them there that unceremoniously sank. So if we take a look at the starting forces here, we've got 1, 2, 3 carriers. We've got a whopping 40 units of ships to deploy and 30 units of fighters. I wish... let's see... there we go. Okay. So we've got our naval units and our aircraft units just showing. One of the first things we're going to want to do is repair our ships. And probably repair our fighters as well. Well, all of our aircraft, basically. Let's go ahead and do that. So that is everybody set and ready to deploy. That's good. We will take and deploy our carrier. I think I'll deploy the carrier. I mean, theoretically, it might make sense to toss some way down here with the heavier support ships and the like. What do we got up here? We got a little troop transport ship way off on its lonesome. That does make me a little bit nervous. And then we've got all of our fighter aircraft coming in. Okay. So then, we'll just plop down our aircraft carrier about here. And if we take a look at this being our objective, we might as well get most, if not all, of our main ships. Do I not have any more destroyers? I do not, so let's... well, this guy looks like he's all set and ready to go as it is, but I just can't deploy him. So let's resurrect this destroyer. Let's resurrect that destroyer. And let's go back to my reserves. We'll put some more of our cruisers down here. And we might as well deploy our support ship because we can. You need to repair your losses. I wonder how I missed that. Not really sure. Okay, well, let's get our aircraft into position here as well. We might as well have them launched. No need to not have them launched. I will deploy my scout aircraft down there, and we still have quite a lot of aircraft we can deploy. I know that one of our first objectives is to get rid of that, what was it? Destroy the airbase facilities in 5 turns. We're not going to be able to destroy much in the way of airbase facilities with a torpedo bomber, but we will need torpedo bombers later on. I guess we've got 2 squadrons of them. We might want to purchase another dive bomber squadron. Yeah, we'll just resurrect an old one. Why not? Set them out like so. And we still have some aircraft that we can deploy. I'm tempted to leave that like that. But I mean, why would we, right? We got the money. We'll get one more squadron of... I don't want a big strategic bomber. And I guess these guys can swap out their bomb loads. But I kind of got this sinking feeling I don't have enough fighter aircraft. Okay, we'll go with one more squadron of zeros. Why can we not deploy these? Why did you let me purchase and deploy them if I'm not going to be able to deploy them? Okay, we'll sell that back. Keep the money. We've got, obviously, you know, room to deploy more units. We could buy another aircraft carrier, which would be expensive, and then deploy another fighter, which would be expensive. But I don't think we necessarily need to do that. What are you good at? Kenji Kato. Attack against naval large. Maybe we just need another battleship for this guy. I don't know. Well, what are you good at here? Defense against naval. Would it be better to have a +3 against large? I think it would be better to have a +3 attack on the battleship. So let's do that. And then we can take this guy who's got a +2 defense against naval, and why not? We'll put him on the aircraft carrier, so that if if things go really, really badly, and this aircraft carrier winds up getting in naval combat, we'll have a little bit of extra defense to deal with it. Anyway, guys, this is going to be a short episode today, but I am going to leave it here, and we will start the Battle of Midway next. Just one thing that I started to go over was, it's been a while since I read up on this game, like I said, but I think there's a bug with Operation Midway, potentially still. So before I start the mission, I'm going to look into it and see if I can figure out a way around it. I know there is a cheat code in the game that lets you just pass the mission with flying colors. If I wind up having to use it, then I wind up having to use it. The only thing I'm concerned about is that it'll affect things later on, and it might give me more bonuses than I necessarily deserved, or it might take away bonuses that I earned. I'm not sure, but we'll find out. But we'll leave that for next time. So, guys, thumbs up if you have enjoyed this episode. Leave your comments, questions, concerns, thoughts, jokes, musings, what have you below. Thank you all very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.